Hey guys! So today I'm going to be painting on my sketchbook cover. So I know that people usually paint on their sketchbook cover once they first get it or when they're almost finished with it, but someone suggested this video a while back ago and I'm just now getting to it and I just really feel like painting on my sketchbook cover. So I actually already planned out my whole design before even starting to film this whole video, so yeah. And I also planned out my color palette, which is just a few colors only. I came up with a bunch of different designs and I chose the first one that I made and I planned out the wording and stuff after that. And for some reason, I really felt like doing something with sunlight and rays, so all the designs are based off of that. Okay, let's get sketching on the cover. Moving on from that, I decided to keep the sketchbook black and not paint over it with any different color because then my actual design is going to pop out a lot more because it's on a darker surface. I planned out two ways on how to do the wording, and I chose one where the words would kind of be on the side because I felt like you could just see the letters more and it was a lot easier to read than just doing it curved on the lines of the sun, if that makes sense. So here is a final sketch. So I am actually going to be using Posca Paint Pens to color these. I just got these and they're very vibrant colors, so only 1 to 2 layers would be very opaque. So I know that the cover of the sketchbook says sketchbook number 2, but this actually isn't my second sketchbook. I have tons and tons of sketchbooks, but my first sketchbook is the only sketchbook where I actually filled out all the pages. I filled it out when I was really young, but I did give a sneak peek of it in my What to Do When You're Bored video, so if you want to see those drawings, then you can go check out that video. So for these rays of the sunlight, I'm doing a combination of yellow and orange. So I'm doing every other one in yellow and then the ones that are empty in orange. Since I was only using a few colors for this anyways, I decided why not use 2 different colors for the rays. Okay, so moving on to the circle sun part, I used a darker orange. I was planning on using the same orange as I used for the rays, but I felt like the darker one would just add more color, even though yellow, orange, and a darker orange are basically the same thing. But I did like how using all the different colors came out. And this was my favorite part where I wrote the letters and the white popped out so much. I think it really bring everything together and I just love how this turned out. So we're almost done with the front cover, but I wanted to add some more detail, so I added some clouds because the bottom space was really empty. And instead of doing the clouds in white, I wanted to do them in blue because, like I said before, the white popped out a lot, and adding some more white would just make the words just blend in with the bottom, so adding the blue was just a nice change of colors. I like to draw clouds in a very cartoony style, like the bottom is flat and then the top is like a normal bubbly cloud, so I think that did match with the sun. Now I am just fixing up those edges, painting over some mistakes, and adding some finishing touches. I also decided to add one last detail, and that was a black outline around everything. Since the background was already black, I wanted to look like all the details were kind of in separate boxes, if that makes sense. And that was one of my favorite details about this painting. I also thought of adding a white outline around the rays of the sun, but that didn't look good at all, so I ended up painting over that with black. So now I'm moving on to the back, and for this it was supposed to be kind of like more sunlight rays, except they were just single lines with the same colors and the same sun at the bottom, but I just hated the way that turned out, so I ended up covering that with some black. Okay, so here is the final sketchbook. I actually did the spine as well, and I just wrote sketchbook number 2. So I really love how this turned out, the sun, the clouds, the lettering, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And on the back, I just put the small sun and my signature. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!